What's up, Bitcoin Bulletin viewers? Get ready for a blast of the latest market intel. First up, we've got seasoned market analyst Jim Wyckoff giving us the inside scoop on the Bitcoin daily chart, revealing a bullish price uptrend that bulls are absolutely loving right now. He's been in the trenches for over 25 years, and he's seeing some serious momentum building. But hold on, because the mood could shift fast. We're diving into a chilling prediction that Bitcoin is suddenly on the brink, with a death spiral price crash nightmare that could be coming true. Tesla billionaire Elon Musk has issued a stark warning, and a major treasury company led by David Bailey is already seeing its share price in a nosedive. Is this the beginning of the end, or just another Bitcoin roller coaster? Then, the big players are in the room. U.S. lawmakers are sitting down for a crucial roundtable discussion with top crypto executives, including Michael Saylor, Tom Lee, and Fred Thiel, all focused on the proposed strategic Bitcoin reserve. This is where regulatory clarity meets the future of digital assets, and the Bitcoin Act is on the table. What will come out of this high-powered meeting? And finally, get ready for a potential supply shock. Fidelity Digital Assets is predicting a massive Bitcoin supply crunch, with a staggering 28% of the total supply set to vanish from the market by the end of 2025. What does this mean for your portfolio? Stick around to find out. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the know. Bitcoin bulls rejoice as price uptrend ignites. Get ready, because the Bitcoin charts are telling a story of pure bullish momentum. Veteran market analyst Jim Wyckoff, with over 25 years of experience navigating the financial markets, has spotted a clear price uptrend on the Bitcoin daily chart. This isn't just a flicker of hope. It's a sustained upward trajectory that crypto bulls are absolutely thrilled about. Wyckoff, a familiar voice from Kitco.com, known for his deep dives into market analysis, is signaling that the current trend is strong and could signal further gains ahead. This development is significant because it comes at a time when the broader crypto market is constantly under scrutiny. A confirmed uptrend, backed by an analyst with Wyckoff's pedigree, suggests that despite the inherent volatility, Bitcoin is showing robust signs of strength and resilience. It's a clear indicator that the forces driving the price upward are currently in control. The market is buzzing with this news. Investors are taking note of Wyckoff's analysis, with many seeing this as a confirmation of their bullish sentiment. The consolidation and steady rise on the daily chart are being interpreted as a healthy sign of a maturing market, moving beyond speculative spikes to more sustainable growth. The community is actively discussing the implications for potential entry points and holding strategies. But is this uptrend sustainable, or is it just a temporary surge before the next big move? We've got a shocking warning about a potential Bitcoin death spiral that you need to hear next. Bitcoin's death spiral nightmare. Is the crash imminent? Forget the rallies, because a terrifying scenario is unfolding in the Bitcoin market, with predictions of a potential death spiral price crash nightmare coming true. Despite a year where Bitcoin and crypto saw increased embrace from Wall Street and the White House, the price has stalled, barely making gains in 2025. Now, with Tesla billionaire Elon Musk issuing a stark warning and a significant treasury company, Nakamoto, led by David Bailey, experiencing a devastating 50% share price crash, fears are mounting. Nakamoto, which was established to emulate Michael Saylor's successful strategy-based Bitcoin wealth generation, has seen its value plummet by a staggering 95% from its late May peak. This dramatic fall, trading under the ticker Naka, occurred after merging with Kindly MD and acquiring nearly 6,000 Bitcoin for around $700 million. At one point, Nakamoto's market cap was more than 20 times its Bitcoin holdings, but it has since fallen to a multiple to net asset value, MNAV, of just 0.7, meaning the company is now worth less than the Bitcoin it holds. This is a stark contrast to Strategy, which maintains a higher MNAV. This situation is amplified by warnings from venture capital firm Breed, which cautioned in June about a potential Bitcoin death spiral. If companies failing to maintain an MNAV above 1 were forced to sell their Bitcoin reserves. Breed researchers noted that new treasury companies, lacking the scale and reputation of strategy, face even greater risks, with aggressive financing structures potentially accelerating margin calls and distressed sales in a downturn. Even Strategy, despite its success and Nasdaq 100 induction, has seen its share price drop nearly 30% since its July peak. David Bailey himself has attempted to quell fears, posting on X that the only way out is through, and emphasizing the need for an aligned shareholder base. However, he also warned shareholders looking for a quick trade to exit and criticized the muddled narrative caused by toxic financing and failed companies within the Treasury space. The market is watching closely, wondering if these warnings signal a broader systemic risk or isolated incidents. Could regulatory clarity be the key to navigating these turbulent waters? We're heading to a high-stakes roundtable where U.S. lawmakers meet crypto titans next. U.S. lawmakers and crypto execs convene for strategic Bitcoin reserve talks. In a pivotal moment for digital asset regulation, U.S. lawmakers are set to meet with 18 top executives from the cryptocurrency industry to discuss the proposed strategic Bitcoin reserve. This high-profile roundtable, organized by the Digital Chambers and the Digital Power Network, brings together a diverse group including Michael Saylor, chairman of Strategy, Tom Lee, CEO of Fundstrat, and Fred Thiel, CEO of MARA, alongside miners, venture capitalists, and traditional finance leaders. The central focus is the Bitcoin Act, introduced by Senator Cynthia Lummis, which proposes the U.S. government acquire 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years using budget-neutral strategies. This meeting signifies a critical step towards achieving regulatory clarity, a prerequisite for the next wave of Bitcoin adoption, according to Lionel Uruk, senior advisor to NAV Markets. The discussion aims to explore Bitcoin's potential as a strategic reserve asset, moving beyond symbolic endorsement to trigger significant secondary effects across financial markets. Donald Trump's earlier executive order directing a study on Bitcoin as a reserve asset and appointing David Sachs as crypto czar underscores the growing governmental interest in digital currencies. The participants will delve into how such a reserve could be implemented, with an emphasis on preserving Bitcoin's decentralized nature to maintain its credibility and global appeal. The initiative could encourage greater corporate treasury participation and further solidify Bitcoin's position within the macro asset class. While analysts see this as a potential catalyst for institutional adoption, some critics question whether the move represents substantive policy or is largely symbolic. The outcome of this discussion could profoundly shape the future regulatory landscape for Bitcoin in the United States. But what if the biggest impact on Bitcoin's price isn't regulation, but a dramatic shortage? Fidelity is predicting a massive supply crunch that could change everything. Fidelity predicts massive Bitcoin supply crunch, 28% to vanish. Prepare for a seismic shift in the Bitcoin market. Fidelity Digital Assets has released a groundbreaking report predicting that approximately 28% of the total Bitcoin supply will effectively vanish from circulation by the end of 2025. This isn't just a prediction. It's a forecast of a significant supply shock that could dramatically impact Bitcoin's price trajectory. The report highlights two key groups contributing to this shrinking liquid supply: addresses dormant for over 7 years and publicly traded companies holding more than 1,000 BTC. Together, these entities are projected to hold over 6 million BTC by the end of 2025, a figure representing a staggering 28% of the total 21 million Bitcoin supply. Fidelity further anticipates this consolidated, illiquid supply to grow to 8.3 million BTC by 2032. This trend is a stark reversal from Bitcoin's early days, when the ecosystem actively sought to increase circulation. Zach Wainwright, a researcher at Fidelity Digital Assets, notes that these groups held over $628 billion in Bitcoin as of June 30, 2025, more than double the value from a year prior. While this represents massive unrealized gains, Wainwright believes it won't reverse the illiquid supply trend, despite some ancient Bitcoin being sold recently. He emphasizes that understanding this shrinking liquid supply is crucial for investors shaping their long-term portfolio strategies. The consolidation of Bitcoin into fewer hands, especially long-term holders and large corporate treasuries, is creating a scarcity that could drive significant price appreciation. The market is abuzz with the implications of this report. Investors are closely analyzing the long-term holding patterns and the potential impact on Bitcoin's scarcity. The narrative is shifting from Bitcoin's utility to its store of value properties, bolstered by this projected reduction in available supply. Analysts are weighing in on how this supply crunch could interact with increasing institutional demand, potentially creating a powerful bullish cocktail. That's a wrap on today's must-know Bitcoin news. But before you go, let's do a lightning-fast recap of the biggest stories. All right, crypto crew, that's a wrap on today's Bitcoin Bulletin. We saw Jim Wyckoff highlighting a bullish price uptrend, but then we dove deep into the terrifying, death spiral warnings surrounding Bitcoin's market stability. We also covered the critical roundtable, where U.S. lawmakers met with crypto executives to discuss the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And finally, Fidelity's bombshell prediction of a massive 28% Bitcoin supply crunch. Don't miss out on any of these game-changing updates. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for even more crypto insights. We'll see you in the next one.